Hey guys. Punctual. I remember when I first started watching Stan. Stan's like, I want to be known as that punctual streamer. I'm always on time.
And I've done that. I was recently renewed my World Book Encyclopedia collection. I had the new 2018 World Books installed in my room, all of the editions, and I looked up punctuality in there, and then my picture is there.
Okay.
Your picture's there?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Why is my camera being so funky today?
Get a mop and wipe that shit coming out of your mouth, Stan.
Can you guys hear them? Is it loud enough?
Okay, so if that music's really loud for you, again, everybody, just gotta turn it down, the master volume in the cog.
Oh.
So if you press the cog settings and it says master music volume, turn
You
it
go.
down with
Cog, by the way.
Okay, hello.
Nice. What's up, Skelly?
Wanna get down
How you doing, man?
on these hairy balls.
I'm doing well.
How was that WoW grind?
Oh my god, I hate myself.
It's like I'm having fun. This is amazing, and then like I hate myself, like the ultimate enjoyment.
I'm like the worst person I know.
Oh no! Don't say
And
that.
that's weird because I know Stan, so
Oh, I thought you were gonna say magic.
Wow! Shots fired.
Yeah, that's like Stan, literally the worst person I've ever met in my life. Oh,
Alright.
God.
So, once Skeletal Stephanie makes his way into Roll20,
no, I'm here, 100%.
we'll get chugging along.
Okay. There we go.
Altura, that's a cool emote.
Oh, this is kind of not.
That music.
I love this music. I'd get down to that.
Oh shit, that's right. Hold on.
I do have a feeling my mom's gonna call me during stream, so I apologize in advance for that.
It's alright, Stan's mom calls me during stream as well.
What a rude lady.
Well, your mom never. That's weird. Your mom never calls me, but then again, I guess she's here under my desk.
Oh, wrecked. So wrecked.
That's. Alrighty.
Who is typing viciously?
That'd be me.
Did you get a new keyboard?
No.
I need one.
It's
Any
the same.
recommendations?
Super loud. I like HyperX.
Yeah.
There he is!
Hey!
I recommend this keyboard, Vortex Race 3.
Okay.
Seriously.
Look at Goth.
God, it's so
That's so
ugly.
cool.
It's so ugly. It's so
No.
ugly.
This is such a high quality keyboard. I'm
Look at
not.
it.
Do you guys see how shitty this is? This is like old school from the
Disgusting.
university.
Disgusting.
I can't bother lifting mine up, so
Be
I'm
one
just
of
gonna go.
these nice slim
Oh,
keyboards.
it's purple.
Don't get LEDs on your keyboard unless you're a child.
I'm a child. I have lights in my sneakers too.
All right, child at heart.
With Velcro, they are my favorite.
Yeah.
Velcro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Do
it.
you guys have Velcro shoes too? Good lord.
I just have no shoes.
Another keyboard I can recommend. Oh, never mind. Knock everything off my desk. I also like the DOS keyboard, but not for gaming, just for typing.
I like my
cool,
iMac
bro.
keyboard. It's so nice and like low to the surface, and it doesn't make any noise. It's lovely.
I guess that's good. Slim and quiet.
Music is so loud. Goodness.
Alright.
You can turn it down, hit the cogwheel, master volume,
Yeah.
turn that bitch
Yeah.
down.
So
She said.
yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly, if I go...
Hey, Gothire, can you say something just real fast?
Sure, I can say stuff. I'm saying stuff
Perfect.
now.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm just double checking that I can hear everyone. Except turn Skeleton, Steven, and BVM way down. But other than that, I think we're good.
Fickle. I think, given that everybody is now here, we can pretty much get rolling, yeah? Everybody good? Anybody need to go to the toilet?
Nope, we're good.
Anybody?
No, I think I'm good.
Beautiful. Alright,
Let's do it.
so, last session, we began our adventures in the town of Azenhill, or the city of Azenhill, one of the 3 capital cities in the realm of Glamark, which is the realm of the Uncharted. Now, for various reasons, all of you made your way here, and all just happened to be in the same place at the exact same time, as D&D games just tend to, work out that way. All of you were in a tavern, and a situation broke out where a group of youths came in, and essentially one of them tried to hit their father up for money for, just some fishing and bait and tackle, Dad. And with some pretty simple insight checks and investigation checks, it was pretty clear that the other people with him were all on drugs. Perhaps is the best way to put it.
It's like not a good drug, but a bad drug.
Correct.
It seemed like one of us was on drugs too.
These little tea bags. They're about a quarter the size of a tea bag. Some sort of leafy substance in it was what you could make out at the time.
Devil's lettuce.
That's it. The devil's lettuce. A scuffle broke out in which the 5 adventurers in the tavern all teamed up and basically just beat the shit out of everybody and made sure not to kill the son or the blondie. And obviously the game is now over because one of you has figured out that you can draw on the map. So
Oh no!
just
Where's
be known.
that?
Just let it be known that if you draw on the map and you try to delete things, there's a good chance you're going to delete your token.
How do you do it? How do you do it? I only want it for strategic purposes. No, I really do. I'm not a memer, dude, at all. I'm only a witness to this.
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it
Tell
out.
me, holds control. Holds control.
No.
There's a
Anyway.
pink thing right underneath your cursor.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Here we go.
That's all. That's all. That's literally the only thing that I'll do that's non-strategic based.
All right. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm glad that we've that's finally been revealed to everybody that that is a thing. I tried to keep it under wraps and managed to keep it under wraps for an entire session. Beautiful.
Do you not remember the giant penis we drew, though?
Yeah.
Oh no, guys, that's immature.
That's all we're waiting for you,
Okay.
Stan.
All right. So you basically just handed these guys their shit, just beat the crap out of them, and
Well, except for the one who almost killed me, but...
well, there was that. You devil, you devil! And basically sliced and diced you, one hit, down you went. But luckily, a rip came in and laid his healing paws on you, and
Sexy.
managed to stabilize you. The fight finished, and with a little bit of talking between the owner of the bar, Tormund Gaiden, he managed to, and you guys managed to convince his son to fess up and give a bit of information as to what's going on, much to the disgust of the other 2 that were in there, which was the blonde youth who was revealed to be called Derek.
Oh,
And
Derek.
he is the
Derek, by the way.
he was the son of somebody in the Azen Guardians, one of the Watch of Azen Hill. Although that's all you know at this point in time, and some other random scrub that Rip gave a neck massage to with his flail chain.
Hot.
That's it. At that point in time, they got kind of thrown over in a corner with an unconscious person, and Tormund pulled you all aside and asked you if you would do him a favor and do the people of Azen Hill a favor in investigating perhaps where these drugs came from. You had a lead, and that was from Steino. Steino.
Go Steiner.
Steino the Wino, or Stino as he likes to be called. He basically said, look, there's a place behind Galad's fresh produce that basically you go up to it and you knock once, then knock twice, and then knock once, and somebody will come out and will give you the drugs in exchange for money. As you know, drug trade tends to go, I'd imagine. Anyway,
Personal knowledge.
So that's where you guys left off. He said, look, you guys can have a feed and something to drink if you'd like. And yeah, the other thing was, if you achieved this and you managed to track down where the drugs are coming from, you would be paid both by Tormund Gaiden and by one of the nobles in Azen Hill by the name of Lord Duxton.
Oh, Duxton.
Who he would introduce you to once you guys had basically done some stuff.
That's my boy.
So, all right, let's switch you back to Unt Tavern.
Oh yeah, this is wait before we start. I just have to say this because I'm telling everybody that I know. There's a documentary out right now called McQueen. I highly recommend that you see this film. It's
Why?
extremely good about fashion designer Alexander McQueen. I didn't know anything about fashion. I never heard of the guy, but this is like extremely good documentary. I think anybody, human being with a heart, should see it. I just really want to say that, guys.
Cool.
All right.
It's called McQueen, is it?
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of Cars, Lightning McQueen.
It's super sad. It's super sad, but also like inspiring at the same time.
And there's
Alright,
definitely
Stanislav,
talking
I'm
to
gonna
Scar in there.
I'm gonna write that down.
It's so good, dude.
Sounds like
It's so
something
good.
your wifey would enjoy.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
All right. So you're all currently sat down at a table. I'll just shunt you guys across to the table, and the group of you, the 5 of you, have agreed that you will go investigate this. You know that Galad's fresh produce is across the other side of in the same ring, because if you recall that there are multiple rings to Azen Hill as it makes its way up the hill. There's more walls. It is in the same ring. It's just all the way around the other side. It's going to take you about half an hour to get there. It is currently, for anybody wanting to know the time, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
What time does the sun set around here at this time of year?
At this time of year, at this latitude and longitude, it sets it sets at, we'll say, about 6:30 it begins to set, and by about 7:30 at night it's starting to get quite dark. That's when your torches are
Is
starting
it
to get lit.
cold?
Stuff
What's
like
the season? Yeah, what's the season? Do they have seasons?
that. It's the season to be jolly. But seriously,
Christmas, by the way.
it is spring.
Okay.
Oh, feels good, man.
Yeah.
How much
right in the middle of
pollen is
spring,
there?
so-
Because that gets in there, man.
That's what she said.
You have allergies?
I have allergies like hell.
Damn, dude. I didn't know animals got allergies, but I guess that was pretty ignorant of me. Of course they do.
It is currently spring. I'm making note of it. There you go.
All right.
Okay. Jebediah leans on the table, sipping his free alcohol, and so, what do y'all reckon? We should make our way down there now? Why not now?
Wait, where are we going?
To
Are you
place
completely
where the
lost,
drugs are?
buffoon?
To the drug
Did you
can.
did you even listen to like anything that was being said just before?
I was a little distracted, honestly. But
Okay.
we're going to the drug den. Like, what do we think?
Well,
What do you
quicker
think
the
there is in
better.
terms of like guards and things like that? Do we know?
I mean, even if they
Good
do
work,
have
Daniel.
guards, they're
Good work.
probably, drugged out like the dudes we just fought. So I think we can handle them.
Oh,
Just you
Alright.
guys go in first, so I don't get in melee again with like 3 dudes. That was a bit of a
Hey,
problem.
Wind Lady, you know what? I don't actually even know what your name is. Who are you?
Anakin.
What's your name? Attican. Got it.
oh yeah, we should do introductions.
Yeah. Well, for anybody else, I've only introduced myself to a Baldy over there, but my name is Jebediah Blackstone Copperfield Harpel.
Oh
Pleasure
shit.
meeting you.
That's complicated.
Just call me Jeb.
Okay.
Jeb, by the way.
It's much easier for y'all.
Pleasure to
Look.
meet you, Jeb. I'm Billabap the Magnificent. No doubt you've
Billabap.
heard of me.
We've heard about that multiple times already. Pleasure to meet you.
Look, you gotta build your brand.
Oh god.
You do anything other than your rabbit out of your hat tricks and your fancy stuff?
Oh, fiddlesticks! I forgot about Schmendrick. Schmendrick, where are you?
Oh, goodness.
Oh lord.
you looking around for the rabbit?
Yes.
Yeah, it starts kind of like you just kind of hear this kind of thudding sound coming towards you, and you look down the ground and you see a little rabbit kind of looking up at you.
If you try to bring that rabbit with us, I'm gonna eat it.
Well, good thing it's going free. And then I like stealthily stuff it into my robes.
Oh my god.
Beautiful. And
my name is-
what's your name?
Staniel.
Hi, Daniel.
Staniel. Yeah.
I feel like we're in an AA meeting.
That's,
My name's Daniel. I'm an alcoholic.
They serve beer here.
No, it's Adventurers Anonymous.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Settle down. Did,
Stanley, it's an interesting name. Your parents must have loved you dearly.
Actually, my father named me Third Coke Can Stan. To move on from that.
What's a Coke can?
I didn't understand the joke either, but my father was a real son of a bitch. This is it's okay though. It's in the past though. That's in the past. What I'm really happy about is to have met all of you guys and fought alongside you in the bar here.
Well, right back at you. You handled yourself really well. You know, that maul looks mighty heavy. Good job. What about you? Kind of looks across at the knoll. Who are you?
I'm Rip, and I think we should get going right now before
Okay.
any more of this shit gets out.
I agree.
Look, we can talk tactics as we're on our way there if you want.
Good
Let's do
idea.
it. Let's do it. All right. You all hop up and you leave. I'm assuming.
Where's the
Torment
door?
kind of.
We coming in this way?
It is this door. Unless you need to go to the toilet, in which case it's that door.
Well, might make a pit stop before we go. Oh no!
Disappeared into the void. Beautiful. You guys, Tormund kind of nods his head and wishes you good luck, and you look over in the corner as
Bye,
you're
sexy
walking off, and
beast.
you're just getting these like filthy stares from Derek and his boys. Well, the other one who got knocked unconscious, he seems to be kind of coming to, just like holding his head, like, oh. But you guys make your way out and start making your way around the ring. You know, it's probably just quicker to stay within the ring rather than going up into the next one and blah blah blah. You'll get lost, and none of you are really super familiar with this town. I think it's safe to say. You guys, as you start making your way there, Jebediah will pipe up and he'll say, "So, anybody here really, you know, good with words? Why don't we try and, I don't know, lull them into a false sense of security by convincing them perhaps that we're customers, if you catch my drift."
So do you think we should just kick the door in? Is that I'm picking that up?
Well, I mean, of course that's a tactic, but you know, Attican over there, she's pretty well, I mean, she didn't really do anything during the fight other than just shout at people.
Hey! It worked. It did some damage, okay? Those bitches were intimidated as fuck.
They seem to be insulted, but yeah, sure, okay, sure, it did some things, and you would know that.
Okay, so we are at the.
Sorry,
we're at the place now with the drugs, right?
You're on your way to it.
Okay, because see, I'm pretty stealthy, so can I like sneak around to see if I can like peek in through the windows and get any information on what's happening on the inside?
Sure, why not? Well, we'll load the map up now, and just so you can all get a taste of. I know some of you have played this before, but this is more of a what a map would be like for people who are sitting around a table and playing. If I can just give me a second, I'll bring your characters in.
It's not quite as fancy a map as the previous one.
There we go. Dun, dun, dun. By the time you get here, it is.
What's the green things?
They are fresh produce. They seem to be two large kind of, you know, wooden stalls.
Okay.
Well, this one here is just full of like cabbages,
Yum.
lettuce, and assorted greeneries.
So it's like a market?
A little bit of kale, you know. Ugh. This one here has a few large gourds in it. They look gorgeous.
Nice one.
Thank you. You will see there's a sign kind of just hanging above the door here, and it says Galads on it. And you are pretty certain that you have actually found the place that you've been looking for.
Okay.
And as you kind of move up to here, you will see that there is, in fact, an alleyway beside it. This store here seems to be like a clothing store with a few kind of spools of fabric kind of just sitting out the front. Very kind of colourful fabrics, we'll say. Look at that. Oh, there's some colourful fabric.
Does anybody need any gear? Are we all good for gear?
Oh yes, I'm always prepared.
Well, you know, you're pretty shiny and purple, you know. Gotta say, you've probably already been to this store before, right?
Probably. I'm probably their best customer.
All right. As you're looking down the alleyway, let me change the music because it's still good tavern music.
We need something more daunting.
All right.
God, now I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, that's a little bit fancy. Let's try this.
The very sentimental drug raid that we're
It's gonna be one of those where you just all like hang around at the end of the night and hug each other and cry.
Parents, you know, they took a lot of drugs. You'll see down the alleyway. It looks pretty feral. There's a fair bit of like debris, particularly up here, and you'll see as you kind of look down this way, you'll see what looks like the beginnings of a stair and then higher up, about where highlight windows, which are about 1.6 to 1.8 meters above the ground, about usual head height. There's a window that looks to be up there, quite high up above the ground. You guys want to make your way down there?
So you're saying like stairs going down and then a window above it? Is that right?
It looks like the stairs. You can't really 100% make it out from where you are right now. You can move closer if you want. I'll make your way down the alleyway.
Do we need any supplies first? We good?
What do you need? Says Jebediah.
Anyone hungry?
Do we have?
We just had lunch half an hour ago.
Hold on.
What about
Your type must have quite an appetite.
do you guys think there'd be any benefit to splitting up, like sending?
No. The first rule of D&D is don't split the party.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Splitting the party is it can be quite a dangerous thing. However, it can work in some circumstances.
But
You would imagine that there must be a front to that building as well. But you would know that to where you'd usually get the drugs, you would be going around the back of the building.
but if we're
yeah.
so if we want to look like we're here to buy, then we should. I don't know. We probably shouldn't just like march in. You know,
we should just send Stan. He looks like the most willing to buy.
No, I think we should send them together. We should go to like together, but maybe I don't know. Maybe we should act like we're like celebrating, like we're planning on celebrating all night, and like we found this wizard guy who's gonna do magic for us.
Like we're a gang, like the other gang. Okay, yeah, that might actually.
Yeah, we're the group, and we're like carrying on, and we know each other for longer than we actually have. Maybe we should try that or something.
Would this be the time to use my stealth skill to just kind of go up and see what it looks like on the inside so that we can best mimic what's already happening there?
100%. 100%. You want to start kind of stealthing your way down the alleyway, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, no problem.
Do I do a stealth check?
I'll get you to make me a stealth check if you could.
Ooh. That is no bueno.
That is literally a 1 on the dice. You kind of you hold your hand up and start making your way down, and Jeb just leans against the wall as you walk past, and you start walking down the alleyway, and as you get to about this point here, and you step kind of in the puddle, you realize as your foot's going down into the puddle that puddle is quite deep, and your foot goes, probably about that far into the puddle, and you just stack it forward on your face onto the ground.
Oh no!
It's like Miss Congeniality moment.
Jeb kind of poked his head around the corner. He's like, "Whoa, you're right there."
I start pushing Stan around and start yelling at him outside to try to cause a distraction, like, "How dare you talk about my mom like that? I'll kill you," etc. And also, I want to kill him.
Sir, I think it's misunderstanding.
So,
no.
Maybe that helps her stealth a little better.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Look, as you fall and you hear that noise, you guys start rough and tumbling. I will allow you to take the better of the two results then. As though you were rolling with advantage.
Thank you.
And you kind of, with the distraction from these two, kind of pushing each other around, you'll notice that somebody kind of pokes their head out of the building here. What is going on out here? What are you doing? Why are you fighting? Don't you dare damage my goods. Kind of starts separating you two as Attican starts making her way further down the alleyway. I'm assuming you keep going, Attican?
Yes.
No, okay, man. Don't worry. We're friends. We're in for a long night together tonight.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
We're just playing around.
I think that's a invitation.
We don't like your type lingering around here at the front of my store. You go around the back.
We'll be out of here in a minute.
What do you
We'll
mean?
be out of here in a
What do you
minute.
mean, our type? What you talking? Trying to say something?
I don't want to talk to you.
You got a problem with my friend here?
He just like walks back in the store again and shuts the door behind, but you can see like he pulls the curtain aside and just kind of make sure you guys don't grab anything off his stall as he's peering out at you.
Not
Attican,
here for the food, sir.
you kind of make your way along and you're very kind of observant of the fact now that there is rubble and stuff along the ground.
Yeah.
You're perhaps sensibly avoiding puddles, just in the event that the puddle is in fact quite a bit deeper than anticipated.
Goddamn.
Um,
All right. So, Pete, you said there's a stairs at the end of the hallway. When we go
there you
up.
go.
Ah.
Ah.
Okay, you get to the edge and peer around the corner, and you will see the following. Literally, your nose picks up this horrid scent as you realize that somebody's clearly pissed against the wall
Oh,
directly
good.
here, and
Oh.
there's this kind of like a puddle of urine there.
Definitely don't step in that puddle.
It's like
You'll
New
see-
York
you'll
City
see
over here.
that there's also a smell of kind of food decay as clearly Galad, the gentleman who came out before, has been disposing of his rotten goods and throwing them in a bin out here, and it stinks. Okay,
I don't think the FDA would approve.
Perception check if you could. Make me a perception check, please, Attican.
Yes. Coming right up. Just typing in chat. Perception.
Perception of 11. Peering. Sorry. So you will note that there is clearly two sets of stairs here.
Okay.
You don't know, and they both go up from obviously ground level here, and they go up what you would imagine to be like half a story of the building, and you think that given that the ground falls away at this point back down to the outer wall, that if you go up half a story, you would be entering the second story of the building. Then if you went down a full story and came out the front door, you would be at ground level again, because the ground's falling away. Does that make sense at all? Maybe not.
Because the whole thing's on a hill.
Yeah, correct. So if you
Oh,
go,
okay.
you'd be coming in the second story and then going, if you went down to the first story of the building or the ground floor and went out the front door, you'd be at the road again, because the ground's kind of like this, if you get what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
going like that. You're coming in this level. You will see there's a window up here, as I said, a little bit up from the ground. Curtains are all kind of closed, and there's another one here.
Wait,
And
where?
there's
Yeah, we don't see
yeah,
your
so
mark.
there's- Oh, okay. Let me reveal properly.
There we go.
Hmm.
There.
No, that was me. That was me.
Oh. Goddamn it, Stan.
Sorry.
Can you see the windows?
Yeah,
Yes.
we see the red. Oh,
Uh,
over there.
Yeah.
Wait, where?
In the back.
Hang on.
Oh,
You see that pink?
Oh, now,
got
yeah,
it,
now we
got
see
it, got it. Yeah, I
There we
see
go.
it.
So that's a window. That's a window,
Got it.
and they're there as well. Also, with that perception check, it's actually not too difficult to notice that there is actually somebody who seems to be unconscious, sleeping underneath the set of
Kim Jong-il.
stairs.
Oh no! This
You
is our
just
chance,
see
guys.
this, you just see this like chubby looking halfling just asleep underneath the stairs, and you can kind of hear every now and then this like a
That's Philippap's people.
all right, how do you act?
Okay. I think it's safe to call the other guys up, right? Or should I go back to Anna?
Sure. Just remember, I think, do you have the message spell?
Do I?
Oh.
I think I do, actually.
Just remember you can
Guys,
if you
one
want
sec.
you can
Hmm.
wait a sec. Yeah, you do. You've got message.
Well, can I use message? Okay, ready.
100%.
Alright.
So you pull a little copper wire. There's a material involved in casting. You'd know that you need to pull a little copper wire out of your bag, and you just kind of rub your fingers on it, and it essentially
sexy.
allows you to cast the spell. Although your fingers start to smell like copper, which isn't very nice.
Says who?
Who do you cast the message spell to?
I think to Jib.
Jeb?
Yeah.
No worries. What do you say?
I say, there's a halfling half sleep under the thing. I think it's safe for us to come up.
Holy
Sorry,
shit!
guys.
Whoa,
I'm so sorry.
You see, kind of Jeb, the three of you out there, will just see Jeb exclaim suddenly and like hold his head and go, "Whoa, wait, hello,
Oh my god, it's
Yeah,
like a
you can-
Voldemort situation where he's like talking to Harry Potter in his head.
yeah,
It definitely seems like it.
He's kind of, you can hear him talking down the end of the alleyway, talking out loud, but you kind of hear this mumbled talking. You don't get a response in your head at all. He seems super confused at the fact that suddenly you were talking in his head. He looks over his shoulder and looks down the alleyway at you, and he's like,
Can I just do this? Come on.
sure. He kind of gestures to you guys and makes his way down the alleyway. Sidles up nice
Now,
and close
do we
behind
have
you.
to make stealth checks for this?
It's up to you. Do you want to be
Don't
stealthy?
fall in the friggin' puddle.
This is a brutal puddle.
Yeah, I might as well try to be stealthy. My dex, I'm not trained in stealth, but my dex is pretty good, so I
My
got,
dex.
Go for it.
I got.
Thank you, Stan.
Is there
Oh.
music playing? Because I can't hear it.
Oh
Whoa,
my god!
Look
Look
at
at
that.
that roll, dude. Stealthy
Aw,
as a motherfucker.
Daniel.
You guys can't even see me, dude. This is great.
There it is.
There we go.
Dude, we all have big boy rolls. Nice.
Beautiful.
Except for the damn
Except
NPC.
BVM.
Yeah, except for Jeb. Jeb kind of,
We can cover up for him.
well, generally what I tend to do is I make it, if you've got 5 people making a check, it's almost like a group check. So if
Average
3 of
it.
you succeed and 2 of you fail, then I will generally just say, look, say Anakin fails. I'll say Jeb kind of catches Anakin just before she falls, and blah blah blah, and you guys succeed. So with that, Jeb kind of is walking along, and Billabat just kind of goes up and smacks him on the ass to kind of get him to
baby.
be quiet a little bit. Maybe, and then Jeb will just be, oh, sorry. And then he'll kind of stealth his way down to get beside you. So, what do you see?
I'm kind of worried. This music seems pretty intense. Like I feel like this halfling might be like the secret evil boss, and the token picture doesn't help.
Don't be scared.
No,
What is
Did that halfling just grow?
Whoa.
Anyway,
Friends.
Godzilla halfling.
hobo nuts. Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah. So, what do you see? What do you see, Anakin?
What do I see? Well, I see that I think we should go over and talk to this guy.
Well, I mean, I can squeeze up beside you if you want, and I'll look for myself.
Okay.
Yo,
Tally.
Okay. I say there's piss over on the wall there, right next to me. You smell that? And I was.
if we're trying to figure out where this stuff is coming from, doesn't this room look a little small?
These are like 5-foot squares, so again, this probably isn't where it's like made, but someone could easily just bring it here and they could store it. Because remember, you said like each of the hits is like the quarter of the size of a tea bag, right? So like you don't need very much stuff to get a hit off of this stuff.
Do you guys think this is one of the main places they're distributing from, or just like a little?
This probably
I think
isn't
that
the primary
remains.
place, no.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
that remains to be
should we-
seen.
Should we say like we're throwing a big party and this guy's like the entertainer and we need more? Is that
I think we
possible?
should go and like talk to the guy, and like see if we can get any information out of him about what this place is.
Let's talk to the halfling first, because maybe he's like seen things in the alley, and then. But I think Stan's plan has a good idea, because it's an excuse to say like, hey, we want to talk to the big guy or whatever.
It's like undercut for cops.
Totally.
Do you go up and you wake the halfling up, Anakin?
Let's see what I got here to use. Can we like Do we want to intimidate him, or do we want to befriend him? Like, what's the best way to go about this, guys?
Well, perhaps why
Well,
don't
he
we
looks like a hobo,
talk
so-
to him first? You know.
Yeah. I think see what his general attitude is. If he's being a little pisser, then you know.
A little pisser?
intimidate him.
Then we, if he's causing a little bit of trouble, then perhaps we bring Rip in. But Rip, why don't you just leave the talking to Attican for now?
So I have pretty good deception. So can I like try to deceive him and like try to convince him that I'm like, you know, a drug addict and I need some drugs?
Go for it. Go for it. So you're going to walk up to him and wake him up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like, come on up here, like, hey baby, and
Yeah, actually, I also
Okay.
want to. I'll also
Go for
approach just because, again, I want to make sure we don't actually harm the little guy.
hey,
Jeb will move up to the edge and he'll just kind of quickly move to the underside of the wall and kind of hang against the wall.
Blue just said in my chat that I'm pretty skinny. He'd believe that I'm a druggie.
What was that? Sorry.
Blue in my chat said I'm pretty skinny. He'd believe I'm a druggie.
Oh, savage.
I can't deal with you when you're like this.
Cocaine. Come on, crack.
And grab him like his kitten. Okay. So, do we want to deceive him or like try to tell him that we're a druggie and we want to know what's on the go?
Go
Yeah,
for it.
deceive him.
So you walk over to him and you'll tell that he is different from Billabat. He is clearly a halfling with this really kind of chubby face, this dirty kind of black haircut, and slightly kind of canted eyes or slanted eyes.
I thought you said they were different.
And as you walk up, he kind of rolls over and, oh, hello. Yeah. What do you want?
Do I do this?
What? What? You got something up your nose? He kind of like, you'll see him correct himself and he'll look up and he'll look around. He'll kind of almost like he's realizing that he's asleep underneath a set of stairs at the moment. Oh,
So, hey, it looks like you're having a good nap there. Can we get any drugs?
drugs. You're not here. You want the stairs just down the, those ones down there. He kind of gestures towards these stairs over here.
Okay.
Those ones.
Nice.
I'm just taking a little nap,
What are these stairs for?
I don't know, storage or something. People do the store up there.
Do the
You
stuff.
see somebody carrying crates before into it. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing sleeping underneath this. He kind of hops up and brushes himself off a little bit, and he's clearly like his head's not even close to hitting the underside of the stairs.
This is sad, dude. Another life going to waste.
Ask
God.
him what he's hiding.
Can I make an investigation check? Because he's not acting like the other one, so it's not like he's currently high. But do I suspect that he probably was sleeping off a bender?
Please
And
absolutely make an investigation check.
and if so,
Brilliant.
was it an alcohol bender or a drug bender?
Oh, alcohol.
Well,
Whoa, dude! It's early in the morning.
Oh, sorry.
Beautiful. That is a
It's
Actually,
not even noon yet.
it's past noon here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, 12:30.
So Attican seems to
Ah.
have lulled this individual into a sense of security with the two of you, and he seems pretty kind of open and conversational. You get close enough, and you catch this whiff of what just smells like strong alcohol, as if he's almost poured alcohol on himself.
Can you see that? So Blue doesn't believe me that it's 12:30.
Oh, no, do it again.
Work, you bitch.
Great
Here.
job.
12:31.
Smartwatch, by the way.
Nailed it.
I
See,
can't read it,
Blue-
but I nevertheless believe you.
Thank you. Blue doesn't believe me.
Yeah, you can just smell strong kind of whiff of like alcohol, almost as if he's like taking a freaking bath in it. All
Oh,
about.
he pissed himself.
oh,
What the? It's very bright outside, isn't it? I might just go now. And kind of squints as he starts making his way out from around you guys. And then he gets to here. I don't know if you guys stop him at all. It's up to you.
I think
Not
Jeb
yet.
should do something. Jeb's right there.
Well,
What's
Jeb will just kind of be leaning against the wall and watching, but as he gets up to here, he realizes that Staniel and Rip are standing directly in the way. Comes around the corner,
Hello.
and kind of looks up, and you'll just see basically like a 3.5 foot tall Kim Jong Un, just kind of like looking up at you, just like squinting, and I don't mean that in a racist way, as they tend to do. Excuse me, sir. Can I just get out, please?
This guy smells terrible. Holy shit.
Can we like drench him in some water and soap first?
Go for it. I mean, yeah, just feel free to kind of like interrupt at any point in time and just.
we could dunk him into one of the puddles, I guess.
There's a pretty deep one back there from what I remember.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
What do you know about what's going on here?
Oh, jeez. I should not have fallen asleep under the stairs. What do I know about what the drug stairs or what?
Drug stairs, buddy.
Drug
Drug stairs. Yes, the drug stairs. Holy shit.
The stairs with the place where the people are going up and getting the drugs.
Yeah.
I just know that I've seen a few people going up there and like knocking on their door.
Have you been up there?
No. I like alcohol. That's about it.
I like
Do any of this.
alcohol.
No.
You're not.
Don't we all?
You're not hiding anything from us, are you? I kind of flash my swords there, kind of try to intimidate him.
You're showing him your sword? Ugh.
No.
You better say something useful. I don't think I can hold him back much longer.
Okay. I know that the stairs over there. He points to these stairs again. If you go up the stairs, you can get drugs from up there.
You said that already.
What kind of drugs?
I don't think this guy knows anything.
I have one last question I want to ask him before we let him go, which is that, so you've seen people come and buy drugs. Have you ever seen someone bring the drugs here?
Oh, smart.
I've kind of slept under the stairs for a few hours now. And usually I sleep in my house. So no, not really. But I imagine if they do not make the drugs here, then that would mean that somebody's bringing it from somewhere else.
Yes.
We get it.
Can I
recruit this guy?
No, can I kick him?
Do we want to recruit him? It seems like his int is like 6 or something.
We first recruit him, then immediately elect him leader of the group.
I push him down the alley. Get out of here.
Your supreme leader.
Supreme leader, by the way.
Oh no, he'll bomb us all.
Can I go now? I think.
Yeah,
I've pissed
get
myself.
the fuck out of here, please.
Thank you.
Safe trip home. maybe don't.
Oh my god! He's growing. He's gonna eat Stan.
Beautiful. He grows. Beautiful.
He grows home.
Right. You now believe, if you are to believe this gentleman, you would imagine that this is the set of stairs you have to go up.
I believe him wholeheartedly.
I think so. I think
You
we should
did
do it.
make some pretty solid checks, so you're pretty confident that he is telling the truth.
I think that we should. Oh, wait, hold on. I think that we should go up there saying we want to buy a lot, and that, and then also say that we're going to want to buy more in the future, like as if we really like the party, like the 4 of us, or 5 of us rather, and we're planning on throwing more, parties in the future.
Okay.
So like low key inquire if there's more instead of being like, that's not enough. Like we need more. I think we should just be like,
Yeah, because if we show up and it's like a huge room filled with stuff, then it might be implausible to be like,
No, we need more.
Who's gonna do the talking?
oh
huh?
wait, whoa! I got another idea, guys. What if we say that we're gonna throw a party here, but we'll be traveling around? Can we get some of this stuff like in the next town over? You know, like as if we do like a traveling, like I don't know.
Billabap, go tell
Billabap.
you need a lot for a big party.
A lot for a big party, and then they could be traveling around the area. You might need more. Is there another place where you could buy something like that?
yeah. I think again we can sort of feel it out depending on how the interactions
true that.
actually go. But something along those lines sounds like a good line of inquiry. Hopefully they won't see right through it. But that's what skill checks are for.
Again, let's send the
Can I make a
lowest help.
suggestion and perhaps maybe one of us lifts Billabap up and see if he can see something through the window?
Yeah.
I am pretty light.
I feel like
Just an idea.
Rip should do it. Rip's pretty big.
Yeah, I'm not exactly strong myself, but
I'm
big
strong
boy,
as fuck.
Rip, I reckon you could probably do it.
Yeah.
You want to? He kind of moves out the way and gestures for you to try and lift Billabap up if you want.
I do that.
Ah!
All right.
I don't think a check need be made.
I don't think so either. I think Billabap's incredibly light, and you have quite a high strength. You lift Billabap up to almost at a point where his feet would probably be about 2 foot above this landing here, and you realize the curtains are kind of pulled across. I'll get you to make me a perception check, though. If you could, Billabap.
Noggin.
Okay. But the curtains are on the inside, of course, right? So I can't
Correct.
open them. That's
Correct.
Unless, I don't know, you can magic them or something. Pull a rabbit out of the curtains.
I was,
Just bear with me 1 second, guys.
Oh wait, he's leaving.
Hi, wife.
BVM's pants. That's what he's wearing.
Those are
Aw, to kiss
glorious.
goodnight. Aww.
Oh.
That's so cute. Did you just give her a kiss goodnight?
Yeah, of course I did.
Bring her in. Have her play Kim Jong Un.
No, do not bring that motherfucker back.
Wait.
We are talking
the
about
wife
me?
or
Nope.
Kim Jong-un?
Nope, no one said anything. You can grow all the way home.
This guy has this natural leadership.
Okay. Now, you have made a perception check of 20.
I am on.
that-
My dice are on fire tonight. Virtual dice.
With that, you can tell the following things. You realize that it is lit inside there.
Lit.
It's lit.
Yeah. It is lit inside there, and it seems to be lit by perhaps a candle or a torch or something. It seems to flicker a little bit.
Oh, that kind of lit.
Yep. And you can hear that there is conversation going on in there. You hear something along the lines of, I'm getting really bored just hanging around here. Oh, God. At least it's, you get good money. You shut up! You just shut up and you do your job! Okay, whatever, man. It's cool. It's cool.
Is there Bob
that's
Marley
what you
playing or
hear.
anything?
I like your American accent. Pretty good, dude.
Thank you. That wasn't the intention, but whatever. Cool, that's fine.
I don't think you talk like that anywhere else.
it kind of goes quiet after that, and you'll hear what sounds like, with a perception check of 20, you hear what sounds almost like dice being rolled.
You're playing D&D.
No.
Yeah, they're imagining us while we imagine them. Oh my god. It's like a portal to another universe.
But why would anyone pick the streamer class?
Yeah, these guys are streaming. Imagining
We're
us.
like the people from the future.
Alrighty.
What do you see, Munchkin?
What do you do now?
I'll relay that to everyone else, and then say, maybe we could play off their boredom, invite them to the big party we're supposedly throwing, etc.
Oh yeah.
Might be worth a try.
Wait, is that guy really here though?
Is who here?
You spy on us?
Kim Jong-un? Is Kim Jong-un here? Is he like actually spying on us?
What are you talking about, Stan?
No, he's not. Attican's at the mouth of the alleyway. She peers down. You see
Nothing
every
there.
now and then you'll see somebody kind of passing the mouth of the alleyway, almost as if they're like just going about their daily business.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's about it.
So, do we
Alright.
want to go upstairs?
I think so. I think we got to. Actually, you know what? Lift me this window here to the left. That one, it goes into a different building. Is that correct?
That's what you possibly think might happen. Yeah.
As long as we're out here, just lift me up and show me, and let me look in that window too, just in case. Because I think someone mentioned something about.
Billbat just likes to be on top.
He likes being tall.
It is a rare.
Yeah, he's just happy that he's like tall for once.
Beautiful. Billabap, you get lifted up again. These curtains are clearly faded. And it's a perception check again.
All right.
Beautiful. With a 16. Peering in, you will see that kind of there's a bit of a gap left in the curtains. And peering in, you'll just see a shitload of crates. I will just quickly reveal that to you. Let's see if this works. Blammo. Beautiful. You'll see there is just a shitload of crates stacked up in this room. Barrels, kind of things of fabric.
Oh shit.
Oh, cool.
It's a bit of a mess. Peering to the right, you'll see that the wall here is clearly made of timber panels. The floors are kind of all made of timber. The whole thing's really made of timber.
Are there holes like through the timber to see to the other side?
With a 16, you can tell that the place is in a bit of disrepair, but you don't know with 100% certainty whether or not that is the case.
Okay.
Yeah. So I suppose if we end up having to attack this place, I suppose we could potentially go up in here and then like just blast through the wall from the other side. But hopefully it won't come to that.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
That sounds kind of cool.
I vote for that idea.
Beautiful.
Nuclear weapons.
Why don't we send? Is this counting? Does this actually kind of splitting us up if we send all of us in here and then one of us in the doorway and then we just listen? If we hear there's a problem, we just get the jump on them.
Oh no, that would be totally fine. Because you're still within easy helping range.
I'll go in.
So then I think probably the me and Adkin, I assume, are the two people with the highest charisma, right? Or maybe Stan. What's your charisma?
Knowing BVM, he probably made it low. Wait, charisma's not it. Charisma's not in.
I will tell
It's on
you.
the sidebar.
4. Oh no, it's really
Charisma's
high.
14.
4.
His charisma's 14.
Okay, so yeah, you're more charismatic than I am.
I'm 15.
Yeah, Stan on the left, the far left-hand side. That's your main stats. So charisma is 14.
Oh, how come then on the? Oh, that's saving throws.
That's your saving throw.
Yeah.
Correct.
What does the 2 mean? Is that like
the
a
two-
bonus?
It was basically your bonus. Yeah. So
Okay.
for
If
a
someone-
skill
That's
of
like
10,
what's
you'd get
added
0.
to your checks
12,
and stuff.
1. Yeah, correct.
Got it.
Correct.
Okay, so I think Philip would be fun because he looks like he's a partier. Do you know what I mean? Like he's Philip
looks like
the
he's a partier.
Magnificent. Like I think is believable that he wants drugs for his party so that people think he's awesome.
That's true. That's true. Staniel looks more like the straight and narrow type.
I can cut loose.
I can. I don't mind if Philip and Staniel want to go. I can go to the side.
No, I'm good. Actually, I want to be busting through the wall.
Daniel, you actually.
You like the Kool-Aid Man? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kool-Aid Man plan.
You think, Stanley, you reckon that perhaps you might know a bit of the lingo that these people might use? If that makes sense to you at all, given your history.
That's true. I didn't give you guys my full backstory. It hasn't always been I haven't always been the best guy in the world.
I checked to see if this door's locked or not.
Oh, good call.
Okay, you go up the stairs. As you're walking up the stairs, they groan under your weight, but they seem to hold up. You check the door, and the door is locked.
Hey, Billabap, do you remember the name of the drug? I actually forgot it.
Wait, wasn't there a knock you have to do that we learned from the bar?
Yes. And I took notes on that last session. So the name of the drug is Urtec. I wrote it out. I wasn't sure how to spell it. But is that correct pronunciation, BVM?
Correct.
Urtec, by the way.
I got like a spliff of it or whatever. It's in like the little tea bag.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm gonna go get that from you.
Got
Alright.
a little baggie.
I throw it at you right in your
Thanks.
fucking stupid face.
Thanks, by the way.
Sweet. So you have this tiny little baggie of something in your hand. You're not 100% certain what might be in it, but you have one of those now. Rip, are you going to try and get through that door?
I don't have lockpicks, but I could try. I mean, I don't know.
I have sleight of hand, but I don't actually have training in the locksmith.
I have thieves' tools.
set.
What does that mean?
That means we can open this door.
All right.
That means you have a set of thieves' tools. Basically, you can try and lockpick your way in there.
Can we do that?
And let me just confirm. Give me
Where
a
is
second.
the door? Is it over here? Is this the door here? We're trying to get in?
You
No, the door's right here.
Okay, right here.
You can have. Actually, no, you don't have training in thieves' tools,
I don't?
but you can still use them. You just wouldn't use your proficiency bonus. You'd
Can
get
I give
basically-
somebody who has a proficiency bonus the thieves' tools for them to use it?
Oh, I have it. I have that, I think. Anyone else? I have Thieves' Tools +2 or Pro 2. Is that proficiency too?
That is, yeah, okay. So you're not very dexterous.
You're
Oh,
a paladin
guys,
who knows how to
remember-
pick locks.
My mom is calling. I knew she was going to
It's a
call.
long
Just
story.
one
Okay.
sec.
Do what you have to. Not a problem, Anakin.
Okay.
Okay. We'll just kind of proceed on anyway. It seems that perhaps Staniel, you might be
Oh, Dex
best
is
equipped. Your
Dex.
dex is the reason why that is a proficiency bonus of 2 for
Yeah.
that is because you're proficient with the tools, which means you get to add your proficiency bonus, which is in the left hand side.
Uh-huh.
But you have a dexterity of 10, which gives you a bonus of 0. So when you add those two together, you only end up with 2. But then if you had somebody like Attican, who has a dexterity of 16, she
Uh-huh.
gets +3 from dexterity bonus, but she's not proficient in them, which means she doesn't get to add 0. It doesn't get to add the bonus to it, which means she'll only end up with a +3. Does that make sense at all?
Wait, so you divide your dex, and then you add it to your proficiency?
No. So for every 2 points that you have in a skill, whether it be
Uh-huh.
strength, dex, constitution, for every 2 points, your the bonus that you get to add to skills that use that particular thing. So, for example, acrobatics is dexterity, stealth is dexterity. With a dexterity of 10, you don't get to add anything to those rolls. But if you had a dexterity of 12, your acrobatics would be 1, and your stealth would be 1. Now, there are some particular skills that you are actually trained in, you're proficient in. So for you, because of your background, you're trained in stealth, which means that you would be able to add your proficiency bonus to the bonus that you get from the skill because you're
Got it.
proficient in that skill.
Got it.
So that is why your acrobatics is 0. But
Uh-huh.
if you look at your stealth is 2 because you're proficient in it. And that's why it's got a tick next to it.
Okay,
Cool.
I understand. Yeah, I totally got you. So, okay, so if I were to, okay, yeah, I got you now. But so the thing that I didn't know was that everything over 10 is what gets added to that skill, and everything 10 and under is just doesn't count. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, if you've got like less than 10 in a skill, like if you had 8, you would deduct things. For example, Rip has a charisma of about 8, I believe,
8.
which means
okay.
when Rip makes skill checks that involve charisma, he actually loses. He's actually worse. So if he rolled a
Got it.
20, he would
Okay.
get 19. You know what I mean?
Roll 20, by the way.
Like that
That's it.
intimidation check I did earlier. It was
So-
20.
Okay.
Daniel, do you want to try and lockpick the door up here?
Yeah. Sure.
Not a
Sure.
problem.
And do
Um,
I, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
What do I
make
roll?
So click on the Thieves Tool text in your character sheet. Beautiful. Perfect. This door is pretty old, and it doesn't seem to be. Doesn't seem like it's like a really good quality lock. You guys will notice that the holier than thou paladin seems to walk up to the door, grabs the thieves' tools off Attican, who hands them across, and then he will kind of start to tweak the lock a little bit, and click, and you feel it click, and you
Sorry,
manage
guys.
to. That's okay. It's not a problem. I mean, I would pause as well if Stan's mom called me. So anyway,
It was Stan's dad, actually.
nice.
Doing your dad, by the way.
Oh my god.
Dilf, baby.
We had sex with your father, dude.
Beautiful. She does like older men, obviously. Tormund Gaiden.
Silver
is one of
Fox.
them.
Silver Fox, by the way. Fuck your dad.
Okay.
Whoa.
We're not gonna just let these jokes go so easily.
My mom's coming out to take care of me again.
My mom's coming.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Stan!
What? I said, oh my god, I'm so happy your mom is coming to take care of
Yeah,
me.
your mom is coming?
To take care of you. I think my mic. I'm disappointed. I paid a lot for this mic, and sometimes it cuts out. And it
Yeah,
cut out-
sure. Staniel Crispy.
No. I can apologize on behalf of the mic, but didn't make the joke you think I made. Oh, and I wouldn't do that. Ask BBM.
Oh,
No,
God.
I think it's was it quote 53, blame others or something.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. The door unlocks and it swings open into quite a dusty-looking room.
I kind of just
Anybody
watch
want
him.
to go on in there, or you've just got it open for the sake of it being open?
Oh, I'm going in
Everyone,
there.
everyone should go in there, including Jebediah. Hey, Jebediah, are you gonna go with them in case things get bad? Through the wall. Remember Kool-Aid Man plan?
To be honest, I think I might just hang here and just make sure nobody comes out of these other doors. Could turn them around and
Bless me.
make sure we don't have any kind of prying eyes.
Well, we don't pay you for thinking, but on this one, I guess.
Wow.
Rude.
Now, Daniel.
Can I
Don't be nasty.
rifle like silently rifle through some of these boxes? See what's going on with them.
Absolutely. You can make me a perception check.
So I don't know what's happening.
Wasn't great.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
Did we get in the room?
We did.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Did I give him my thieves' tools?
You did.
Yes. Daniel now has your thieves' tools,
Perfect.
unless he
Daniel.
gives them back. You both step into the room, start having a look around. Rip, you'll notice that a lot of the stuff in here looks like it has been sitting here for a long time. I'm talking like maybe like a couple years.
Can I loot it?
There is some thick dust over everything. Looking in chests, you'll notice that there are some kind of like bars of iron in some of the chests. You'll notice that there are one of the kind of barrels has a bunch of candles sitting in it. Another one, there's a few coils of rope sitting around, like old hempen rope. Which
I take the rope.
cool, no problem.
So there is romantic music playing right now. Are you trying to hint at something for me,
Correct.
Rip?
Well, yeah, I mean, you and Rip are in a room alone together, so.
Hey, Rip. Want to rip something open?
Oh goodness.
Holy shit! You got mad for your mom's coming joke, and then you made that joke. Holy shit!
I meant the boxes, okay?
Oh my
Sure.
god, that's not even.
Yep.
I heard what you do to
definitely make
dads.
Sure that this is definitely rated MA for mature audiences only.
That was the boxes, guys. Get your mind out of the gutter. We're trying to loot here.
Then stop
Of course.
dragging it back in there. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Oh my god.
I do hope Staniel is making progress.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
While you're searching, yeah, you can add 2 50-foot lengths of hempen rope to your stat or your inventory if you'd like.
Serious
There
question,
also
though.
there also seems to be a few pythons and like an old hammer as well. Serious question, go ahead.
Can we see through the wall yet? Like, do we know if we can peer through to the other side?
You move up to the wall and you'll see that the panels of wood are kind of fixed together quite close, but you reckon you might be able to pry them off. They don't look like they're rotten so much, but yeah, you can peer through just a little bit and catch a few things of movement in there. Definitely more than Billabap could with the looking through the curtain. So I'll get you to make me a perception check if you'd like.
Quick question. What's
Go
in
for
the
it.
explorer's pack?
Let me
Nice
tell you.
roll.
That is a very good roll. And I was going to chuck disadvantage on that as well, so that worked out quite well for you. Give me a second. I'll just tell you what's in the Explorer's Pack.
So does this mean like Nicandria, or sorry, Attican is like adept at peeping through walls?
That's it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro peeper
That's-
confirmed.
That's weird and unexpected.
So
I've
I
just
have
posted,
so
I just
much.
posted it in chat for you.
I have
Can you
so
go
much
with
rope.
That's it.
I have
After
like
my own heart.
With that quite glorious roll there, Attican, you can see literally just on the other side of the wall and peering through the wall in your direction, there is what looks
Oh,
like
goodness.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
this-
Sorry.
this little kind of green face is peering through. Give me a second. Let me just make sure that everything is revealed that you will see.
That's
What's the
so cool.
What's the
Right.
class of Nicandria and Gothyre again?
I'm a
Ah.
Baird.
Bard.
Bard.
I am a mighty wizard!
Thank you.
But I'm also a magician, separately from being a wizard.
I'm an air Genasi, so I'm like a genie.
Got it.
There is definitely a little green face staring through, probably almost at crotch height for you. And
That's unfortunate.
with that, you hear this. I think there's something in the room next door.
No crap. All right, Stan, do the knock real quick. You gotta distract him.
Okay, I did the knock. I did the knock.
So one,
What's-
then two, then
what's-
one.
Beautiful. Thank you, Billabap, because I was going to ask him what it was. You knock, and you can hear that knock as well, Attican, happening from through the kind of crack in the wall.
Peeping Tom, by
Shebediah's
the way.
moved up to the bottom of the stairs at this point in time, directly underneath the window. The door, you kind of... Sorry, Attican, you will hear the the knock, and
Okay.
the individual here will move out of sight, and the goblin kind of stops looking through the wall and looks over towards the doorway. And this individual here is sitting at a table, it looks like, and he kind of stops, and you see him kind of reach for his sword.
Ooh, what one? Just joking.
The
How
door
how big is the
cracks
hole
open.
in the wall there?
The gap in the wall is like
Oh shit.
that.
Okay.
Minuscule.
Like, it's kind of like the panel's kind of coming down. It cracks open a little bit, as opposed to it being like a hole.
Okay. So is that a goblin? Like, is he staying there?
Give me a second. Beautiful. The door cracks open, Staniel, and a roughly kind of clad individual pokes his head around. He's got this weird kind of fabric, like hempen cloth cap on, just kind of hangs off the side. Some sort of weird fashion statement. He's got like a little loop in one ear, and he's got a little loop in his lip as well, kind of like a lip ring and an earring, a big earring.
Nice.
And he's got this blonde kind of side fringe.
Sounds fashionable. Is his name the Queen?
So,
Steve
What do you
McQueen, by
want?
the way.
what do you want?
So do I need to roll to make sure that he acknowledges that I speak a bit of this lingo, or would I just get that automatically because I speak it?
Okay, so you have the thieves' cant, basically.
Nice.
So you don't have to know how to talk it, but basically the idea is that have you watched Austin Powers, I think it was, where they use this weird lingo where they insert extra words into sentences and it means something different? That's essentially what thieves' cant is. You're saying one thing, but there's like an underlying message that people in the know would understand. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is our paladin a thief? I don't get it.
That's
It's good.
pay attention to the story, please, as we go.
Says Daniel.
Yeah. Yeah, true. It's Daniel the Story King. Yeah, he'll
Is he
kind of
king?
peep around the corner of the door, and his fringe kind of falls across the side of his face. And,
Fringe.
what do you want?
So it would be more believable. I'm sorry that I need clarification on this. It would be more believable if I said one thing and said another thing.
Yeah, well, you can. What I'm happy for you to do is I'm happy for you to tell me what you're saying to him.
What you want to relay then?
Got
And
it. Okay.
Yeah, and then basically
Some other bullshit could just be automatically.
I'll make up what you say, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Can we hear what's Daniel saying, like, from our room?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. Rip can't.
God damn it.
Can
Rick.
Can I see if there's any weakness in the wall there, like any specific spots there?
Investigation check,
Whoa.
and then we'll get back to you, Staniel.
That's a 13.
Go big or go home, please. Investigations.
You think basically directly where Attican is standing. You think that with a big kind of footy boot kick, you'd be able to just smash that entire panel of the wall through.
Good.
If you made a successful, or if you did like a running hip and shoulder, you'd be able to kind of smash through the wall. Now, Staniel, what do you say?
What I say is basically like, hey man, I've been throwing some pretty awesome parties with my buddy Billabap here, and
Sup?
yeah, what's up?
Okay.
And the other day, we had some we had some customers come in, and they had a little bit of this. I had a lot of fun using it, and I think we're gonna want to have it for our parties in the future. Word on the street, this is where we could get some more.
Okay, I will get you with that.
Sup?
for starters, you're using Thieves' Cant, and secondly, what you said then was quite fitting. So I'll get you to make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh,
Beautiful.
God. I almost got a 7.
That's good.
Nice.
You got an 18 there. Nice. He kind of peers around the corner, and for all of you guys, you hear Staniel just saying some nonsense. It sounds like he's like, "Hey, we were down the west side of the Undertow, and me and Billabap, we were booking this thing, and there was the light was pretty dim." He's just kind of talking nonsense.
Light was
And you're all
dim,
like-
by the way.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are just like, "Wait, what?" The guy at the door's like, "Hey, yeah, I think we can help you. I think we can help you out. Just bear with me a moment. How much you need and how much you got? Got to show me some money before I show you the goods."
I would say like we're gonna want a fair amount now, but we've been traveling around with this show we got going, so we'll be doing some parties in some of the towns around here. I guess we're curious if we could get let's say about 10 times what would have fit in this bag now, and wondering if we could do that again later in the next town over.
Well, what we do is we sell them by that bag, and one of those bags is. You know what? Yeah, look, you two just come inside. It's probably better that you're not. He kind of like peers
hell
out
yeah.
the door.
Yeah,
Peers
yeah,
out the door.
I'm
And,
Billabap, a wink at you, buddy.
He gestures for you two to step inside.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I'll step inside.
All right. Let me just update this.
Oh, there's more stairwell going down.
God damn it, so much stair climbing.
Stairs, by the way.
You say that as if we have to actually like physically walk them. We're just sitting in our chairs.
It's mentally straining.
He moves
I'm
across-
feeling for my character right now,
across-
okay?
He moves across here. Jebediah, give me a second. Let's see if he managed to avoid detection as that guy stuck his head out.
Ooh,
Those green things, are they goblins or what are they?
those are goblins.
They are goblins.
Bastards.
Jebediah is stuck right up against the wall, and does not seem to have been noticed. As
Jebediah is
Billabap
very
comes in.
good looking, isn't he?
Billabap kind of hustles in his little purple robes, throwing gang signs.
Throwing what I think are gang signs, and I'm probably wrong.
Beautiful. All right. You walk in and you see the following. There is a shelf against the wall that looks almost like a bookshelf.
Are there drugs
and
on it?
there definitely seems to be some sort of product on it.
Yes.
Kind of little bags with small little tea bags in them. And you'll see there's an assortment of crates here all stacked up. With your... Maybe perception checks, both of you. I'll tell you how much details you notice.
Can I use investigation instead of perception?
It's perception to see things, investigation to understand it generally, if that makes sense.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that's the best way to describe it. So I'll go perception.
I'm gonna open my door really quick. It's really warm in here. One sec.
Well, it doesn't
Beautiful.
matter. I continue to continue to rock.
All right. Yep. You will see that these crates, they all have a small kind of stamp about this big on the side of it. And the stamp looks like a large kind of leg of ham with a cleaver kind of cut into it. Now, let's see. Bear with me. If I roll under 50, you might know what this is.
50.
Ooh,
Damn.
okay, so Staniel doesn't know. Ooh,
Understand every
Billabap. Billabap. When you were walking into town, you think you've seen that sign before. That little kind of icon of the leg of ham. with a cleaver in it. You think that it's almost certainly the sign of a butcher. It's kind of a pretty generic kind of icon. Generally, a butcher shop or a slaughterhouse will have a sign that has kind of like meat hanging on it. That's what you notice on those crates here. Now, sitting directly to your left and leering at you as you walk in is a goblin. He has a sword on his lap, and he's just kind of sitting on a chair and he's kicking his legs back and forth. And every now and then he kind of goes to look back towards the gap in the wall, and then he's distracted by what's happening in here and he looks back again. Attican, you will see now that you can't see Billabap at this point in time. He's just out of line of sight. Staniel has walked into the room though. This guy walks over and he grabs a bag. There's another human and a goblin, and they're sitting at a table, and they look like they're playing some sort of game of dice.
Okay. Gwent, perhaps.
So,
Gwent. Yeah, these fucking Gwent players.
this guy here is like.
I thought Gwent was a card game.
It is a card game.
That's it.
From Witcher.
With dice.
It's the dice Gwent game.
Exactly.
I don't know.
They have dice in Witcher.
Dungeon Dice Gwent.
Dungeon Dice Gwent.
Sexy.
They're sitting at a table and they're playing a real life game of Jonathan the Accountant.
The accountant.
Yeah. All right. The gentleman with the pink dot, this one here, he's like, so our friend here, he's looking to have a little bit of a party with the little one. What's your name? Bill? I know the little one's called Billabap, was it?
Billabap the Magnificent!
Kind of flicks his fringe out of his eye and kind of adjusts his hat a little bit. And what's your name there, friend?
Daniel.
Daniel. Well, pleasure. My name's Lou Darren.
Nice to meet you, Lou.
Thought she was about to say Luke, Eric.
That
Lou
sounds
Darren.
like that's what he. Lou Darren's the name. So, you had this stuff before?
Yeah, we had a little bit of it the other day. Yeah, I had a pretty good time, and so did all the customers at the show.
That's 100% a lie.
Totally true.
I will get you to make a deception check
Oh.
with advantage.
Oh,
Because
shit.
I'll give you advantage because you made a bit of a rapport with him, and you're still using that lingo. And Billabap, it's confusing as fuck.
Oh,
Oh, thank God for the advantage.
Oh, he super believes you're a druggie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, nice work. Look, it's good to hear that you're getting the word of the year tech out there. Look, I tell you what, I like the cut of your jib.
That's what we say
Kind
in
of moves
Newfoundland.
under Well, I tell you what, cut you a little bit of a bargain.
Hell yeah, brother.
You can give you 10 bag. I'll give you 10 bags for the price of 9. This one here is like, whoa, Lou Darren, what are you doing, you idiot? Why are you giving it away? Lou Darren's like,
No,
"Eh,
we'll
no,
be back for more.
it's cool. You gotta show us the money though.
I was trying to look at my inventory. Do I have money?
Let's see. It'll be down the bottom in the middle of your first sheet, and you will. Okay. Didn't fill that part in.
I have 99 gold, it says on my
Yeah.
sheet.
Damn,
You
dude.
actually have about 60 gold, Staniel.
And how much does it cost? He didn't. How much is it?
He hasn't-
How much is 9?
Just show him
Well,
like 3 gold. There you go.
How high's your
Generally,
deception, Daniel?
My deception is 4. That's the That's the
3.
saving throw is 4.
You
Is that
mean
what you're asking?
Perception or deception?
Deception.
Deception.
His
Yeah, he's
deception
got a
is
4. He's got a +4 to his
Do we have
deception.
anything we can toy off as like fake money and deceive them?
Yeah, what do you do, Stan? Because you're the one that's in there at the moment.
Just like
How do
raise
you-
up my pant leg, like taking a cue after Nicandria, and like show a little bit of my.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like, no. I would show him the real money, dude. I'd show him real money, but I just want to know how much it is. How much is it for 9?
It's a gold piece a hit. So look, we're giving you 10 for 9 gold.
That's nothing, dude. Big baller, by the way. I'll show him 9 gold, dude. I'll just pay for it right there.
Nice.
You could have got
Yeah,
a better
well,
deal.
Okay, cool. No worries. You'll see him kind of hold it up, and he'll drop 10 into a little bag for you. He'll put it on the table, reach across, and he'll take the gold off you. Well, I have to say, it's a pleasure doing business to you. Where are you doing your show? I wouldn't mind coming along, and I assume it's a magic show. Looking at your little friend there, Billabat.
Well, I could give you a demonstration right now if you like.
Oh goodness.
Oh god.
This goblin here is like, oh, I like magic. Sure.
All right.
I would like to see a magic trick.
It's
Please.
at this point where I motion Anakin out of the way a little bit. I step a little
Right.
closer.
Oh baby, get closer.
No problem.
Come on over.
Then I would say loudly, like, it's like, yo, we're gonna do this show for you, and then we're gonna bust out.
Thank you, Stan.
Stan, if you don't have an inspiration point, I'm going to give you one. Let's
Thank you.
Failfish.
you've already got inspiration, so there you go.
Nice. You're mad inspired.
Beautiful. What do you do, Rip?
I'm just waiting. I'll let Billabap do his thing. He seems to enjoy
Got it.
that.
Got it. Billabap, what are you doing?
I guess I'll make a performance check to keep them all, I think, entertained, but really distracted, as it turns out.
Go for it. You have a captive audience as this gentleman here moves back against this goblin here turns and leans his back against the wall here.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna
Um,
reposition here, like as if I'm part of the audience too, but really I just want to make sure that I'm in a position to protect Billabap if these guys start swanging.
Yeah, I guess as much as it continues to be an unfortunate position for me to physically be in, and probably I'd have to be in the center of the room to so I could have all eyes on me.
Everybody's attention, no problem. Staniel, I'll get you to make a perception check if you could.
Yeah.
Not a
Ouch.
problem.
Pretty bad.
Not a problem. You peering just kind of down the stairs a little bit, you'll see that the stairs. This is obviously ground level. It goes down to a landing there, and then you guys are seeing that flash, aren't you? By the way,
Mhm.
Just
Yes.
to clarify?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it disappears underneath there, and you can see it's a little bit dark under there, which makes you think that perhaps the windows down there must be covered over as well, if there are any windows.
Oh, I'm gonna stand here then, actually, so that I can, like, if someone were to come up this... Yeah, all right, cool. I'm gonna stand here.
Sure. No
Are we
problem.
getting aggressive vibes off these people, or?
I mean,
No, not at all.
I mean, they're drug dealers.
True.
They're not the friendliest.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any sort of aggression from them. It seems like Staniel has got them on side.
I'm one of them.
And, correct, with your thieves'
One
cant.
of us. One of us.
That's it. All right, Billabap. Showtime.
Nerd tech.
You rolled a 20.
I did.
Okay.
Holy
All right.
shit.
Give us an idea of what you might do.
Since they had their dice game, I think I'll try to incorporate the dice into the performance. So like start with juggling them, and then suddenly there's like twice as many dice, and suddenly they all disappear. And suddenly the die falls out of a goblin's nose. Try to incorporate the local flavor.
No worries. This one here that jumps down beside you, and he's just like, it's honestly, he looks like a little kid at a candy store, and he's just like, oh, Oh,
And when he does that, I try to like stand in between like him and Billabap, and then I say,
Stand sandwich.
well, yeah, exactly. And then I say, stand sandwich. No, and then I say, hey, stand back from the talent. I'm gonna make a fortune off this guy, like that. And then Billabap, can you?
You're
can
like
I
the
like
pimp.
push you? Back? Can I push you back?
Yeah, sure.
For sure.
So, just so that like you're my yeah.
You're gonna protect him.
Where do you push him to?
I just like
Just pick
yeah,
him
just
up.
exactly. Just like yeah.
Oh, there.
Sorry.
Okay, no
That's
worries.
how you do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Or that.
There you
Cool,
go.
cool.
No worries. He kind of stops and he looks up at you and he's like, it's just I never get to see anything like this.
I kick the fucking wall.
Yeah. That is the right time.
Okay. Now's possibly a good time to spend an inspiration point as you make your strength check if you wish.
Oh, I do a. Oh,
Don't
his
need
strength
it.
check. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. Skelly Steve.
Oh fuck.
With a 19 on the dice. Attican kind of sat up on a dusty crate. You just see Rip stand back from the wall
I'm
and
coming back a little bit.
kind of flat of the foot just smashes into the wall and the planks just shatter and you just hear this "Ah!" from the other side as and Staniel and Billabap will see this as well as this goblin just gets tossed to the ground as he basically you've just kind of almost lined it up perfectly and you kick him in the back of the head and his head snaps forward.
Yeah.
Whiplash.
And
Got it.
we are going to go into initiative at this point in time.
Oh, dude, last time I got such a low roll.
Okay, so just remember, you have to have your token selected, and then give me a second. Let me bring the.
Are we all doing
initiative
initiative checks?
Unless you don't want to fight.
Remove all turns. Clear. Roll initiative, and if you don't want to do anything on your turn, then you can just drop in later. So.
Nice.
Damn.
All
Dude.
right.
I can never get a big boy initiative.
Skill Steve.
Ooh.
All right.
That looks like your token wasn't selected. Thanks, it didn't add you.
Give me a second.
Ugh, Rex.
And
Rip.
that guy.
These guys. Oh shit, dude.
Big boys.
All right. Who
Hand it.
who hasn't rolled initiative properly?
Looks like Stan didn't. He rolled it, but not properly because it didn't add him.
Oh. What do I
Got
do?
it.
Yeah, you have to have.
Oh.
Click your
Click on your
face.
token.
Click your
Have
big
your
dumb
token
face.
selected.
Oh.
Savage.
like a dumb face. And then what do I click after that?
Then
Initiative.
click initiative. Yeah.
On your character sheet, yeah.
Oh, after. Oh, okay. Son of a bitch. Okay, got it. Did that work?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did, and
Okay.
actually, you haven't rolled the same you did the first time.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
All is fair in the world. Nice.
All right.
Can I ask, Attican, your dexterity is 16. Rip, what's your dexterity?
14.
Okay, not a problem. That is the initiative order. Rip kicks the wall in, and this goblin goes flying. Attican, what do you do?
Would that have done damage to him? Since I
It
did.
did. I've
hit him.
already
Okay.
rolled that. You'll
Okay,
see
so-
there's actually a shard of wood kind of dug into the back of its head,
Oh,
as if
oh.
yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, I think he's good.
So, okay, do we notice that they're ready to fight? Like, are they drawing their swords right now, or are they
you
just...
can't see. You can't see.
Okay, well, I'm
from
gonna have
where
to
you
move.
are. Yep.
Is Rip just at the wall right now? He hasn't moved?
Yeah, he's directly where he is now. Yeah.
Okay. This is hard. Can I see past him, or do I have to actually cut in front of him to see into the room?
Well,
Because
you
he's a
could
pretty
move
big
to-
fella.
You could move to here,
Okay.
or you could move to here and kind of almost peer around the wall.
I kind of want to stay here with some cover.
Sure. You can peer
Can...
around the wall, and I'm allowed. I will allow you to basically see everybody except for probably that dude there.
Okay, so I can see everybody. So what do can I do like a perception check to see what I see, or do I just get to automatically see what I see?
You see Billabap, he's got like a couple dice floating over his hand, clearly some sort of perhaps an illusion. You'll see Staniel has kind of not pushed, but he's gotten in front of this goblin here, and he's talking to that goblin. None of them seem to have weapons drawn yet, though.
Okay.
What kind of trickery do you got?
I'm trying to think what we should do. So we're obviously gonna fight him, right? That's our plan.
Oh yeah,
Rip's like, fuck this guy.
I'm pretty sure Rip's going to fight them, whether the rest of us follow along.
All in, by the way.
Trying to look at my spells to see what I have. What is silent? Oh shit! Did I just do that? I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, you can create images of things.
Yeah, so that's what that spell does. Just you
That's
can read
neat.
through that, and it'll give you a bit of an idea.
An image appears.
And-
Yeah.
Just outside of this for everybody, particularly those who have spells. It could pay just in off time between sessions in the future, just
To
to
know
kind
them.
of jump in and just to jump in and just to have a look and see what you're possibly capable of doing. But yeah, you can do. Let me have a quick look for you.
What do we want to do here? I mean, obviously, I'm not going to get to talk to anyone.
I mean, you could always just delay and see what.
I think I might delay and just. Silent image sounds
So-
pretty cool. We could create a little distraction to see if they go for it.
Yeah,
That's true.
Billabap was the distraction.
True.
Make a second Billabap.
So you are going to
Yeah.
you're going to delay your action. What's going to trigger you acting? If they act aggressive, are you going to cast a spell at them or something? Or
Yeah. So if they start acting aggressively, like if they're going to hit one of my people, then I'm going to. I don't think I'm in range for rapier.
But you could use vicious mockery again.
That's what I was going to
You
do.
can use-
I'll do vicious
or-
mockery.
you've also got the spell called Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah, I just saw that there.
which I'll click that and we can give me a second. Just ignore the roll.
Guys,
But basically, you just make this horrible, you would definitely know this frickin' parcel tongue.
Yep.
It's basically like parcel tongue layered on parcel tongue,
Fuck yes.
and it just messes with people's minds.
Yeah,
so
we'll do that to
that's-
try
yeah,
to turn them off. Okay.
Got it. So you're basically, if they act aggressively towards any of you, you're going to trigger that spell. Got
Yeah.
it. All right, that is your turn. Rip, what do you do?
Well, I go and I bite him, don't I?
Got it.
I scream, Jebediah!
I mean,
This
Got it.
His name is Rip. Jebediah is the guy hiding outside.
All right. You're
Oh
biting
no!
at
Oh,
the
this is
goblin.
Jebediah.
Yeah,
Which one
yeah.
was initiative?
Yeah, Jebediah got shit for initiative.
Oh, I thought he didn't roll. I thought he didn't roll initiative. I thought he forgot to roll it. My bad.
well,
Got it. Rip. You bite, and you, Staniel and Billybat, you see this goblin, and this is from your perspective, you see the goblin just all of a sudden get smashed forward, and he falls to the ground, and he's like, "Argh!" and he's got a shard of wood out the back of his head, and as he goes to lift himself off the ground, you'll see Rip kind of pull the wall aside, reach through, and just bite him on the neck and just
Oh
tear
my
his throat out.
Oh
That's awesome.
my god!
I feel
Well,
so inspired.
Well, I was going to say don't kill him, but too late. It looks like.
Rip!
them
And he falls to the ground, lifeless and dead, in a pile of blood. Basically,
is he dead?
he's dead. You just
Whoa.
basically one-shot him by ripping his throat out.
I have rampage, so I also run up
Boy.
and bite the other goblin.
Got it.
Right.
Uh,
Oh shit! You can do 2 attacks.
got it.
Yeah,
So
drop
you had
someone,
enough movement. Beautiful. You move over. It's a bonus action to move up to half your speed. Make a bite attack. You could get to here. And
My speed. Okay.
oh, actually no, you can get to there. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
And you make a bite attack against the other one, do you? Alright. This one seems to see his friend's throat get ripped out, and he kind of looks up at you with this, like, it screams at the top of his lungs, this, like, sound, and staggers backwards and almost falls underneath the table as you try to bite at him, and you miss, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Okay. Beautiful entry into the room. That's your turn.
Yep.
This guy here is going to draw his sword, and he's going to say, Staniel, just come to our aid and we'll give you some free drugs. And he attacks Rip. You get the impression that perhaps they still think that you guys are on their side.
Nice.
Given your high rolls before. He is going to take a swing at you, Rip. And with a 13...
Nope.
What a pleb.
No, does not hit. Kind of swings over, and it hits you, but because you've got armor on, it slides across the armor, and doesn't actually cut into you. That's his turn.
That would trigger Attikin's action, wouldn't it?
Correct, Attikin. You see this guy here take a swing at Rip. Do you do your parcel tongue at him?
Oh, frig yeah.
Okay.
I go Voldemort on his ass.
Alright, he is going to try and make a saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. And he rolls, unfortunately for you, he rolls a 14, which
Bastard.
is just enough to save, I believe.
Bastard.
Damn.
What's your spell?
You still roll 3d6 and take half damage on a save.
Correct.
Save.
So can you type /roll space 3d6?
Whoa. What? Damn it.
Yeah, so
Roll 3d6.
correct. Nailed it. Oh, nice. From the other room, you can't really see Attikin. You can maybe just see like the little part of her face as she
My beautiful
Yes.
face. My blue,
this is-
beautiful face.
you hear this horrible, malicious whispering coming from the other room. You're gonna get raped.
What?
Wow.
This guy here kind of grabs a hold of his head and screams and falls back from you, Rip. Boom. You've dealt 6 points of damage to him. What's your? I want to hear Nicandria do parcel tongue.
I don't even know how to do that so far.
I
Oh,
reckon
it doesn't
it'd be
work if you don't do it. Oh no.
It'd probably be something like perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
nice, dude.
You add the right kind of
Followed by snorting.
that's beautiful. Gillabat, what do you know?
All right. So in 5th edition, does casting a spell in melee trigger an opportunity attack?
If it's no, it doesn't. But it gives you. Oh, hang on. God, I should know this, but I do not. I feel like
I think yes, because that's what he was trying to avoid last time. Playing.
I feel like if it's a ranged
It was a ranged
spell-
attack, yeah.
I have like 40 minutes before I have to go.
Yeah, we'll be
I'm
done
sorry.
before then. For sure.
Okay, awesome.
I also have about the same amount, so
5E. Give me a second. There are no penalties for casting a spell in melee.
oh.
Alright, it doesn't look like there is. So safe my Google search. For some reason, opportunity attacks only go when provoked by movement, nothing else. Yep, cool, there you go.
All right. Then I think I want to try to keep at least one of the goblins alive because would be useful for interrogation purposes. So I'm going to cast Firebolt non-lethally at the goblin next to me.
Got
And maybe I have advantage because he thinks I'm on his side.
Yeah, okay, I will allow that 100%.
All right.
Nice.
Okay, and sheet.
That moment when
Yeah.
the enemies discover that the magician is also a wizard.
Got it.
Oh snap! Isn't that like cheating for a magician though?
Can you roll damage for me by clicking the firebolt text?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
How is that non-lethal?
I'm burning his shoes and his belt instead of him.
Got it. Okay. You duck under the table, and from behind you, it's almost like you slap this firebolt into his waist, and his clothes just ignite suddenly. And he's like, no, Billabab, why Billabab?
Oh, yeah, that guy was my super fan. Oh, now
That's
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
And
Bad.
he falls to the ground. He stops, he drops, and he rolls. But
Can I-
he
Oh,
is
you
essentially
killed him.
out of combat for this purpose.
Oh.
This is the guy who was so excited that he like jumped off the chair to talk to you. And when I tried to
Yeah.
push him away, his answer was, "I just don't get to see things as amazing as this game."
That's so sad.
Now,
He's like,
now he's seen my magic up close and personal.
And now he's
Yeah,
dead.
Up
yeah.
close and personal.
Back scratcher. Yeah.
You murdered your
Right.
biggest fan.
Damn it,
Daniel.
man. Money
Yeah.
opportunity.
okay,
What do you do?
I guess my number. Okay,
Sorry, Billabab, do you move or you stay there?
Oh, I suppose now that he's out, I can move without provoking. So, yeah, I'll pop into the crate on the corner here.
Got it.
Into it.
On top of it.
I mean, you'd fit still.
Well, that's true.
Beautiful.
Might be the safest
Alright.
spot for you.
Okay. You gotta prop yourself up onto it. Up you get. Daniel.
Oh, quick question about the mechanics of the game. Can I, like, stand on top of incapacitated enemy, or is that
Yes,
square?
You can.
Okay.
Yes.
100%.
Okay.
Shit on his
Then I-
grave.
Well,
I mean, it would depend if it was like a massive, like, say for example, like a downed horse. You'd find it a bit difficult.
Like Kim
But,
Jong Un.
I mean, it's a small little goblin, so it should be okay.
is this wall behind Billabab broken?
Yes.
So he could go straight
this-
back.
This section here is broken.
Okay, then
this-
what I'm gonna do? Ah, shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, we can like draw a little like.
Yeah. This right here. Just this one.
So broken.
I know.
We should have kept him for a
Cool.
distraction.
What do you do, Daniel?
Fuck, I'm really worried about the stairs. But actually, I'm just gonna form a wall so that our backline doesn't get
I've
damaged.
seen that.
And and I'm going to. Has one of these guys been struck already?
No, neither of them has been hit by anything.
Yeah. No. This
one
guy
here
has
this
been.
one here is clutching its head.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
and then-
right.
and
Yeah,
then-
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was hit psychic.
And then when it says Maul 2d6 plus 3 and then Warhammer 1d8 plus 3, like which one does more damage?
The 2d6.
On average, 2d6 is gonna be more.
Correct.
Okay, then
So-
I take my Maul out and I want to maul the gentleman in front of me.
All right. So you rolled a 10. I would also give you
Advantage because his
actually
head.
I will give you advantage for the same reason as Gothire gets advantage, because just for this round only, they think that you're allies. This guy's called out to you, asking you to assist them. You've just turned on him and basically just clubbed him in the head with a maul. A 13 will hit him. So
How do I
need to
roll for damage? to you?
Just
So
click the mall in the
click
chat.
maul text underneath it.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, all right.
Lethal. Lethal.
He's gone. Staniel, come on, give us a hand. We'll give you some jugs. And then all of a sudden he's like, he swung at Rip and sheared off his armor, and then all of a sudden he's clutching his head, and as he kind of goes like this and brings his head out, just as you're bringing the ball over.
Yeah.
Do you non-lethal, or do you?
No. Lethal, by the way.
Fucking destroy.
You two-man bring them all over, and you feel
apparently
it
the penalty for drug dealing in this town is death.
I'm
feel
Judge Judy
almost
next.
like it drags along the ceiling slightly. It's almost just about like the weapon's too big to use in here for an overhead swing, but you just manage to get it through, and you just smash him in the head, and you just see his head just go knock, and he just falls lifeless to the ground.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Can I
god,
still move?
wrecked.
Boom.
Beautiful.
Did I move right here?
Stan Betrayal 101.
Yeah.
Things we've learned about Stan this time. He can pick locks, he can talk gibberish to random people, and he's betraying everyone.
And he was good at deception. His deception score is +4.
Yeah.
This is a.
Who is this Daniel? I don't
some
recognize
character.
him.
That's it.
Hey, we're gonna
Manly
learn each other
Stanley.
over time.
Manly Stanley.
We also learned that his dad's sexy as shit, so.
That's
Sexy father, who you fucked. I don't
sexy
appreciate
father,
that.
sexy son. You guys hear coming up the stairs outside
Jebediah!
the sound of the feet hitting the stairs, and then suddenly the door. Hang on a second.
Swings open, hits Billabap in the nose.
We'll see if Jebediah is switched on enough to even try the door handle.
I can switch him on.
Yes.
Nice.
He tries the door handle, and the door swings open. Billabap, you almost get clobbered, but luckily you jumped up onto the barrel, and it hits the barrel as he makes his way in. So he's gone 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, he's going to get to here, sorry. 25. He points at this guy here and brings his hand down like that. As he's kind of this like white light forms in his hand, and he throws it like that.
Cool.
And this guy's suddenly wreathed in white light. He's going to try and avoid taking damage by it. Let's see. Saves. What's the save versus? Give me a second.
Dude, this was so much better than our last battle. Where basically
yeah.
Gothire almost died immediately.
Yeah.
Damn Billabap.
I mean, well, that's what happens when you set up an awesome ambush.
Okay. Unfortunately, the guy kind of pats himself. He's like, "Oh fuck!" And it doesn't take effect and does not burn him.
Damn it.
He is going to
Surrender
shout
because he's surrounded by.
He's going to shout at the top of his lungs,
Uh-oh.
"We're under attack! Fuck!" And he's going to try and jump the balustrading
Oh no.
No!
and land down here. Staniel and Rip, you're going to get attacks of opportunity. As he
Oh
does
my
that.
god, it's over, dude.
Well, presumably he's
So-
withdrawing though, right? I mean, he's not doing anything else, right?
Probably people downstairs, though.
Thank you, Gothai. He is going to do that. You don't get attacks of opportunity. He kind of almost like falls backwards
Oh, good.
over it, so he kind of avoids your attacks and then falls down. Let's see
No.
if he lands.
Oh, I have to roll though, right?
No.
Oh no.
You hear this kind of like this thwacking sound, and then fuck, and he shouts out in pain.
The landing didn't go well, I take it.
Yeah, and you see him disappear,
Damn it.
and he's kind of shouting out, going, "We're under attack." Cool. Okay,
But remember when they
back up to the top. Anakin, what do you do?
So they're gone. Do we want to go down
Uh,
over the stairs and take care of them? There's no one left,
yeah.
right?
No. There's probably more.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
up
shouting
this
for
floor.
something.
Yeah, but
There's
again, maybe sending the squishy Air Genasi Bard in first is not the best plan.
Man up. Go first.
Hold on. Silent image. How far can that travel?
Let's just scroll back up and read what it says for. What does it say?
The range is 60 feet.
For example, if you create an image of a creature and move it, you can alter the image. You can use your action to cause the image to move to any spot within range. So you can move it up to 60 feet
So
in a
could
turn.
how far? My speed is 30, so I can move 30 feet.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay, so if I move 30 feet and then I can cast that 60 feet, can I send that down over the stairs to see if anything attacks us?
You can basically cast the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. You can use. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. It takes you an action to cast the spell, and it makes an image appear, and then it takes another action for you to move that image. So
Okay.
you can cast it now, and then next turn you can make it move down.
What's the
That's
cast
how-
range though?
Well, I'm just gonna run down there anyway. So
Exactly. There's no point of doing that. Well, at first I'm gonna move 30 feet. So what's this? Nope, that's not what I want. This is.
So
what I want.
5, 10,
Is he?
15. Where do you want to move to?
I want to move. I mean, closer
wanna
to the
get
stairs. If we're
on
gonna
there?
go down to the stairs, I'll move down that way.
Yeah. You can get to here, or you can get to here at the top of the stairs if you want, easily.
Okay. I'll move to here. Actually, I'll stay one back because I know people are gonna run down over me. So I'll sit there. And then can I So I get to move, and then do I get to cast a spell? Or like, can
Yes,
I
you
say
can
that I'm
cast a
with?
spell.
Can I with what?
You can't. What'd you say? Do you want to cast a spell?
Well, if I could just hold off and do like when they run down on the stairs and they attack, then I can do something.
Sorry, you cut out for a second there.
When they run down over the stairs and someone starts to attack, can I hold off on my spell until then again?
Oh
Can
no,
you
cut out
hold-
again.
Yeah, cut out again.
Oh my god!
See, it happens. See in the country.
Yeah, I was just about to say. About
Whatever,
to say,
Samuel.
You've got Stan's mic issue.
It's like your mom's coming.
Except your mouth didn't move.
It did actually. It was moving. Yeah.
Can I hold off on my spell until somebody attacks us down over the stairs?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm gonna save that that parcel
That's
ton
silly.
spell. Can I?
Let's see if you've got enough spell slots available.
I have 2 spell
You
slots.
Yep, correct. You can cast it twice.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, I'm just
Cool.
gonna use Vicious Mockery in case they attack.
Better stick with an at-will for now until we see.
Yeah, till we see. So if they start to attack, I'll use Vicious Mockery. Also, can I cast my Bardic Inspiration on Rip?
Yes, you can. Beautiful.
What does that do?
So that means that when you make we'll just click the skill so it shows up in the chat for you.
I think it's basically a bonus d6 on your next d20 roll or something.
Oh,
There you
cool.
go. So
Wow,
next
that's-
time,
That's so good.
next time you make an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw, you get to add a d6 to that roll. So you're obviously more likely. What do you do to inspire him?
Oh goodness.
I'll just be like, go rip their neck off.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Beautiful. Rip, what do you do?
I jump over the banister after him. But
Got it. Okay.
as a
One.
smart fella, I use my grappling hook and
Nice.
scale down pretty easally.
Grappling
okay.
hook, by the way. Holy shit.
It's going to take you probably probably about 15 foot of movement to get down there. I'll get you to make me a athletics check with advantage. Beautiful. You land on a set of stairs and you see the following. And just bear with me, guys. You guys won't see it.
Oh, so you can't display a new. Oh,
You
interesting.
guys technically could see it, but he will see this.
So
Um,
What is that?
Skelly Steve,
Sorry.
scroll
That's
down
okay.
the map page if you could.
Okay.
Can you see that?
I
Yeah.
see it.
Cool, beautiful. All right,
Oh, wait,
so that is. Give me a second. Fucking.
Oh
This
my god,
is
there's a
the-
big boy down there.
This guy here is the one that jumped and landed awkwardly. I'll subtract a few hit points from him.
What is that horned fuck?
You
Oh,
see
no.
2 more smaller goblins. This one here looks like he's got quite like burly forearms for a goblin,
Oh,
actually.
baby, you know how they got those, don't you?
And you see another goblin who seems to have just climbed up a ladder, and is there's like a hatch in the ground. He's just climbed up a ladder, and he's pulled out his shield, and he's got a javelin in his hand, and that's what you see when you land there. You
Have I
still
got
have an action if you want.
Okay.
Can I, in the middle of battle, I can say something, right? Just
Yeah,
interject.
sure.
Yeah, just remember that like each round takes about 6 seconds, so you can say something really quick. You know what I mean?
Let no one escape.
Well, that was
Perfect.
yeah. Thank you, Stan.
Perfect. You will
What?
also
What did I do?
see. You will also see down here that underneath the stairs there seems to be the entry door, and it is not only boarded up, but there are crates stacked all in front of it as well.
These guys are
Hmm.
fucked. Holy shit. They're
All right, so I pull out my big fucking whammer and I smack this guy right in front of me.
Go for
Whammer,
it.
by the way. Holy shit.
Okay, got it. Roll damage.
Oh
Shit!
my god.
Wrecked!
Got it.
Wrecked!
We are kicking ass.
We are
Wrecked!
Okay.
destroying these guys.
You guys will just hear this. No! As Rip, you land on the stairs, letting go of the rope with the grappling hook. Draw your sword off, and as you draw your sword off, you swing it, and you just basically cleave through the guy's body. And he
Rampage.
just kind of like severs and falls to the ground. His innards spilling out everywhere.
Rampage, by the way.
He is 100% dead. Rampage, beautiful.
And then I move
Okay,
Here.
yeah. Yep.
here and here. And I bite this guy.
Okay,
Oh
no
my
problem.
god, this is awesome.
Go for it.
That is
With
not
Bardic
going
Inspiration?
to hit, surprisingly. Oh, with, yep, so just go slash roll 1d6, you know what you're doing.
1.
Perfect, that is
oh.
exactly what you needed.
Well, it couldn't get any worse.
He tries to get his, let me just see if these guys have shields, bear with me. Character sheets. Yes, he tries to get his shield up. They seem to have obviously heard what was going on up the top and had just grabbed their weapons. But as he tries to get his shield up, you push it down with your chin and just bite into his arm. And kind of yelps in pain.
I might also say that the grappling hook was still there, right?
Yeah, the grappling hook's still up on the railing. Yeah. Beautiful. That was your turn. If you haven't got inspiration, you can have an inspiration for that.
That
So
was fantastic.
Nice.
awesome. Billabap.
All right. Okay, so I think since I'm a gnome and I'm short, I think my move is only 25 feet. Is that right?
Correct.
Question, wait, before we go on, the goblin's not dead, right?
This one's not dead here.
When do my event get triggered, or when does my event get triggered?
Sorry. Oh, you can't see him.
Okay, so I had to
from
wait till I come down over the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay,
there. Correct. Yeah.
cool.
So basically, for you to have triggered that, he would have had to have attacked something
Up
that
top.
you could see at
Okay.
that point in time. Yeah. So, Billabap.
All right. I don't really want to be the second one running down there. And my flaw is that I'll always help small folk, which I guess goblins technically qualify as. So the goblin that I knocked unconscious, I'm going to move up and just like grab him and like drag him like under the table here.
The one you set on fire.
and
help.
pat him out, or otherwise make it so he's not going to actually burn to death. And then
Got it.
next round, after everyone else has gone down and are acting as my meat shields, then I'll
Hello.
go down.
Awesome. Yeah, you managed to make sure that he's stable, and he's just kind of whimpering a little bit. He's like, making this kind of crying sound.
I'm sorry, but just stay there, don't move, and I promise you'll get out of this alive.
Are we questioning his loyalty right now?
I wanted to see magic.
Rip.
That's your turn, Billybat. And again, if you didn't have inspiration, you get inspiration for acting along with your flaws. But good work, Staniel.
Oh, it's me? Nice.
Yes.
But I can't see that part of the map. How many steps am I from? Oh no, wait, I'm really athletic, so I'm gonna try to jump down the stairs right to this square right here.
Give me a second. Ping that map again.
Well, that's weird. It won't ping all the way. You see it?
Just hold it. Hold it.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You see that it looks like Rip left a grappling hook up on the edge of the balustrading that you can grab and swing
Please
down
let me
with the
roll my
rope.
athletics.
So please roll athletics
Don't
with advantage.
fuck this up.
What? How is that possible when I have a 5 in athletics?
Because you rolled
Okay.
a 5, so 5 plus 5 is 10.
Oh, God.
All right. Luckily, you land, but you kind of stagger a little bit. Give me a second.
It's like that imperfect gymnastics landing.
Damn.
It's
Did you say 5 plus 5 is 10? No, just kidding.
Go. Alright. You land and you see literally as you land almost on your knees on the stairs, this like, basically full-on severed torso, and you see Rip just trying to like rip into a goblin with his teeth. So that's 15 foot of your movement as you staggered a little bit.
So I
you
have
still
15 more?
foot. Yep.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
No.
You got this.
You can't go diagonal, though.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can?
5. Yep. 5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
It's fine.
okay. Then I just definitely go right here.
Cool.
Right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then, I guess, huh.
Which one do you attack? The one that's getting bitten, or the
Does
other one?
this guy? He got
got
bit,
bit.
so
A little
he
bit.
has damage
Correct.
already, right?
Yeah.
No, actually, Oh no, he can. I'm gonna do this one. This guy, right? Sorry, here.
Got it. Yep. Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Okay,
Just
so
keep me on top of the time, Nicandria, and we'll make sure you're not late. Cool.
What'd you
that's
say?
so bad. What?
So just let me know if we're running late on time. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I'll check time now. My mom texted me. 1, 2. I have about 15, 20 minutes.
Cool. Perfect. I reckon you guys will wrap this up by then. You miss. He interposes his shield and it smashes the shield, almost knocking it out of his hand, but it manages to deflect it from hitting him.
God
Unfortunately,
damn it.
you miss.
Okay.
And I don't think you have anything that can be a bonus action, so oh well, hang on. Stan, you have the feat called Lucky, remember?
Oh, lucky feet.
Actually it doesn't matter anyway because yeah, it doesn't matter anyway because you rolled an 8 and then a 10, so that's fine. Jebediah is going to go 5, 10. He's like, why are they jumping over the balustrade? We can run down the stairs. 1, 10, 15,
Because jumping
20,
over the balustrade is cooler.
25.
Isn't it?
He is going to run 30 feet. And get to here, and he's like, oh, gross! He steps in some blood. And he's going to... bear with me. Where the fuck you at, Jebediah?
Trax, I hate you.
Jebediah was a bull.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's He's going to point at the goblin who has been attacked by you guys, and he's going to cast that spell again. That goblin fails his save, and he will take. Oh, beautiful! You see you kind of bite him, and you see Staniel move in beside you, and then all of a sudden, as you bring your teeth away from him, Rip, he just goes up in this like white flame and screams and falls to the ground unconscious. He is out.
Rip.
Okay, I will roll their
Rip.
initiative. Give me a second. That is fucking horrible. Because they get to act now, and then
He's
we'll
a
go into
boss.
their initiative orders.
Oh man.
Alright, they will both get actions before we move into the next round of initiative. Because I should have rolled their initiatives before. The one next to you, Staniel, is going to take a swing at you with his scimitar.
Uh-huh.
And he's going to hit with a
Oh
21.
goodness.
Ooh.
He's going to do 5 points of damage to you
Okay.
as he slashes into your side.
That's nothing for a guy like me.
Wonderful.
14 constitution, by the way.
D&D is easy for a guy like Steve.
The one,
Yeah.
the one coming
No
up
problem.
the ladder is going to drop the javelin. He's going to move in, drawing his scimitar, and he's going to take 2 attacks at you with his scimitar.
2.
Correct. What
Two
is your AC?
pleb-ass attacks, dude.
Correct. You get slashed with the first one, and then you manage to kind of block both of the other ones with your maul from side to side as you swing it kind of like this, and he does not get through with either of the attacks. Okay. It is now Attican's turn.
Alright, so I gotta get downstairs.
Correct.
Oh shit. Scroll up. So, what's this? 1 or 5, 10. Am I getting this? 15?
So
Five.
it's 20 feet to get to that landing,
Alright,
25
5.
to here.
So then I guess
Yeah.
then to get down would be another 5.
Yep, correct.
So that's my 30. So
Yeah.
how do I scroll down easy?
That's alright, I'll do it for you.
I got it. So I'm here, I guess. Ah,
There.
okay, so I'm there. Awesome.
Cool.
So then this guy is attacking Stan, right?
Yep, both of those guys are. Yep,
Can I cast my vicious mockery at him, please? I'm
absolutely.
gonna say, I see the fuck up fairy has visited us again.
Yeah, that guy's a pleb. He just missed twice. Not once, but twice.
Alright.
Oh.
He needs to make a saving throw versus what? Is it a charisma saving throw or what is it?
It is. Let me get to it. Spells.
Let's click vicious mockery for us.
Probably a wisdom save, I would think.
Wisdom.
It is a wisdom saving throw. He kind of looks just around the corner and he's like, whatever. Ignores it,
Ah!
unfortunately.
Bastard. That was a good one, too.
That is your turn.
Oh, and then I get to cast
Buddy.
Barbaric Inspiration on Rip again.
Not a problem. Rip, you're inspired as you move into your next action. What
Go
are you
get
doing?
him, buddy.
Alright. What you probably want me to go for the big guy, but Rip naturally is gonna go for the smaller ones first. So he goes this here, and he swings big fucking whammer right at the small goblin.
Okay. Are you going to use your inspiration?
Yeah, I'll do that.
And just remember, you have actual also inspiration points that you can use as well if you ever need to, if you really want to hit. So, but
Okay.
you've rolled an 11, so you can add your d6 if you want, Skelly Steve.
I can do that, yeah.
And hope that it's a bit higher. It is
Nice.
beautiful. You feel this little warmth kind of flutter through you as Attican's almost kind of just promoting all this blood and gore. Lines.
Oh my
and
god.
It inspires you as you manage to connect with the sword. Roll for damage. Okay. You come around the corner and you go to swing and you realize that the stairs and these crates are in the way. So you spin the sword under and you just drive the blade straight through the goblin's head.
Yeah.
goodness.
Down he goes.
Oh.
And rampage.
Rampage, by the way. I run around over here and I bite him right on like at the back.
We have the flank, right?
Make me a perception check, please.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Never good when the DM calls for that.
Well,
Okay, that is going to be if you'd rolled like below 5, that'll be. You realize that you're standing directly over an open hatchway if you move to there.
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons.
You can push the hatch shut as you move through if you wish.
okay,
and you can,
I do that.
Yep, not a problem. And now you can attack with
Okay.
advantage.
Nice. Woo!
Oh,
Baby!
oh.
So that's a critical bite.
Roll the damage. Nice. 6 + 1, 7 points of piercing damage.
Whoa.
Is there like a flank
Isn't
bonus?
there? Well, isn't there like a crit thing as well?
Yeah, so so it's 6 was your first roll, and then it says +1.
Oh,
That's
okay.
That's the additional damage from the die. So you do 7 points of damage to that guy. You guys are just inspired by the absolute utter mayhem that this gnoll is just literally tearing through everything. Just slicing and dicing.
DPS,
Just
by the
stabbing
way.
through heads, biting
Nice.
people. Yeah, 100%. So that's your turn, Rip. Philibap, your goblin friend is just kind of curled up in a ball. Just his eyes are like squinted close, and he's like,
Just
what are you
stay
doing?
here.
Go for it.
So everyone has been using athletics to jump down the stairs, but could I also use acrobatics? Because I'm good
You
at dex
could.
and bad at strength. All right,
Yeah, absolutely.
then I'm
They were kind of grabbing a hold of rope and sliding down, so it's more of an athletic thing. If you're jumping and landing, then you can absolutely use acrobatics. So
Then
go for it.
How do I use acrobatics?
But the rope does give you advantage.
Yeah, but I have.
not for acrobatics.
Damn,
Oh,
it's getting
yeah,
kind
but-
of crowded in here.
Yeah, but I think my acrobatics is +3. My athletics is -1, so I think it's better to go with acrobatics even if it's
So
not
make
advantage.
an acrobatics check if you could.
There we go. Oh no!
Oh,
Okay.
rip.
Oh, well,
You-
I really hope I don't just knock myself out from the damage from that, because that would be unfortunate.
Anakin, behind you, you just hear this thwack, and this like a sound as unfortunately Billabap just fucking smashes side on onto the stairs. You can't move any further, and I will say that you suffer. Give me a second. Let's just hope I don't max damage.
All right, I still have 1 hit point left.
Oh goodness.
4 points of damage. So you're
Oh
down
god.
No, I wasn't fully healed before this fight. I was only at 5. The token might not have saved that,
to 2. Oh wow. Okay.
so I'm down
You're
to
on
1.
You're on 1 hit point.
Oh god, we have
Got
to. Bill, we have to stay back now. Maybe go back up the
Bill-
stairs.
Billabap,
Well, he's got
raise,
action
you
still.
raise yourself up on your elbows, and you can see that there is a goblin between Rip and Staniel. What do you do?
Set him on fucking fire.
Whoa.
Again, from here and with me having just taken damage and everything, I don't want to risk making, and especially because he's right in the middle of you guys, I don't want fumbling, maybe hitting one of you guys. So I'm actually going to cast Magic Missile because that's an auto hit.
Perfect.
And if possible, I'll cast it non-lethally.
Yeah, you can do that.
Not that it's gonna matter because Rip is just gonna immediately kill him anyway. But
So click the magic missile button 4 times. Oh, 3 times, sorry.
oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. I got mad.
Yeah.
Is he the only enemy that's left, actually?
Yeah.
Correct.
By the way, again, I was role-playing, so I didn't actually scroll down to look at this area until just now. The app couldn't see it.
Good
You're
work.
so funny.
Well, you can't see it now, but Jebediah is also standing on a bloody carcass.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah,
at least my
there's-
mag missiles
there's
are
a-
consistent.
Oh wow, 9 points of damage.
Is he dead? Is he dead?
That's great. He is not dead.
Damn it.
He is very much hurt.
He's already taken 16. He's a big boy.
Kind of gets knocked multiple times. He is going to shriek.
we
He is going to
interrogate him. Don't kill him. Ow, my head.
You hear this. Does anybody speak Goblin? As he is going to take the disengage action as his Goblin ability. He's going to move 5 and jump up onto the barrel with an acrobatics. Let's see if he does it or not.
Would that have to disengage twice?
Yeah.
From
No,
Maybe?
so this
Because he's not leaving Staniel's threatened area. You can circle around some.
Okay.
No. So the disengage action allows you to just not take attacks of opportunity at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So he makes it up onto the barrel. So he's moved 5, 10, 15. He's going to try another acrobatics
Oh
check.
no!
to
No!
jump
What are you
and
doing? What are
land
you doing? I
directly. He's
cast
gonna
not
try and-
lethally. Why are you going after me?
I'm just moving out of the way for a second. He's going to try and land over here with another acrobatics check.
This guy's a fucking
Makes it.
acrobat.
And then he goes 5, 10 and starts running up the stairs.
Oh no.
And as he's just gonna book it up the stairs. You'll see him disappear.
Oh no.
Staniel, what do you do?
Oh Jesus. This is so bad for us.
You hear like thudding footsteps on the floor.
Climb back up the
above you.
rope.
I mean, I can get all the way to here. I think. 1, 2.
There's still the rope there. The grappling hook.
You can
Oh.
double move.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so I can get to here. That's 20 of my roll, and I could try the rope. Then you're saying?
So it's gonna be quicker.
Guys,
for you
I have
run
to
up the
go.
stairs.
Okay.
That's
I'm
all right,
sorry.
Etiquette. That's okay. As soon as this fight's over, we're calling it.
Okay.
Cool.
So I'm right. I guess I'm right here now. Can I see him?
Yes, you can. If you
How
have
do
any
I
range,
see their map?
do it.
Or do you? I
See,
can't.
Scroll up.
Bye,
Scroll up.
Nicandra.
Bye, guys.
Oh,
I'm coming to
scroll up.
raid you, Stan. Bye.
Oh, awesome. Oh, okay. He's there
You can see
already.
You can see he's just there.
Holy